Ching Ching. Hey guys, welcome back to Dropkick SoCal. Oni here.
And Mooski, dude, WrestleMania 41 in the books. You want to get started? Just go for it.
It was shit. It was shit.
I will say underwhelming.
It was
At least
shit.
some of them.
It was shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Of both nights, it was 14 matches.
14 matches.
Only 7 were good matches.
Half and half. I could see that.
Only half of them were good, but overall, it was shit because of the extra 7 that they put more emphasis on.
And at least one did not deliver. I'm looking at someone specifically because of that. But yeah.
Shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
Pero it was shit. It was shit. What do you want me to say? It was shit. Stand and Deliver did better than both nights combined.
It stood and delivered.
It literally did. If you haven't seen it,
I haven't known.
Watch it because it was a good event. It literally delivered. The Fatal 4-Way, that match alone carried the whole fucking card.
But with a moment, right? Fuck yeah.
There was a lot. And then the triple threat for the main event, that was awesome. The tag team for the NXT Tag Team Championship, that was a good match. It was good. It delivered, literally delivered. But the so many events, they were crap. And I get it, Triple H, like he said, there's more to it afterwards. I'm like, cool, but I want Triple H to know this is your first L for WrestleMania, because yeah, you did more quantity over like quality, because yeah, you wanted more eyes on it, cool, but we didn't need Logan Paul in it. We didn't need at least John Cena. The John Cena match shouldn't have been the main event, at least on how it happened. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's see where you're gonna go, and then I'll tell you my.
Because I could kind of agree with you on some. Well, we'll save the best parts for last.
Yeah.
The best for last, but it did feel kind of lackluster. I didn't get to catch night one. Didn't catch the first half. I'm glad Jey Uso. Was there blood involved in Jey versus Gunther?
No.
No. I felt like it should have used blood.
Not for the way it was going.
No. Okay. Well, if you say so, then cool. But I'm glad Jey Uso, good.
There was only one match that had blood in it.
In night one?
And night two.
Night two. Had blood?
That technically had blood, but it wasn't even that much.
Was it the Drew McIntyre one?
And that was because of the first table he crashed into.
In the back.
What
was happening to him?
And it was, más eran chorritos. It wasn't even like a whole bunch of it.
It wasn't, yeah.
But the referee didn't notice until like almost 5-10 minutes later, until he saw his back, and then that's where he started putting on.
Yeah. Dude, turns out, quick little side note, Priest might actually have gotten injured.
Yeah, because of the. I'm gonna say the chair spot,
but probably that ended it, right?
Yeah, but probably from that table spot.
That's one of those things.
The double table spot.
Maybe, yeah, because he had to get like supposedly he told the ref once it was done, like, hey man, I'm having trouble breathing, and he had to get help out of the ring. Oh,
yeah.
So I hope he's okay, man, because first Ray, then Damien. Oh god. And damn, that sucks, Ray. I mean, you replaced one Ray.
I mean, Ray is injury prone.
Now it is.
And it's the same injury as that. Well, actually, not even the same, because this time it was something groin.
Groin. Oh, groin. That's right.
But I was like, dude, like, ya estás viejo, dude.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be doing any other matches.
It's time for you to like really hang up your boots, dude. If you get an injury that frequent,
we'll save that for last. But
what's up?
Well, it involves other news that we'll talk about later.
Okay.
Yeah, but now you see, like, didn't really catch night. I kind of saw the highlights, but I came in like halfway through. I came in during the Phoenix versus Americano.
That
I don't think that was the right
match
choice.
was not a good match. It was a throwaway. It
And the
wasn't.
Rock.
It wasn't a. It wasn't. It wasn't a good match.
Also, considering the fact that, I guess a little peek into the next topic, the fact that WWE has bought Triple A, wouldn't you want a former whatever, you know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it wasn't news until that day.
I guess, but
I
like,
mean, unless you saw Vikingo in the prior, like they weren't gonna use him like right off the bat.
right, but like, dang, you could still just have made that slight switch if that's what they had planned all along.
Yeah, but you know,
Like, wait, we just bought Triple A. Shouldn't we have the actual luchador win? Nope,
yeah,
just keep the joke. Yeah, god damn it. I don't know, man. I'm not sure if that was the right choice.
that match wasn't even the right choice.
Yeah,
It's not. Let's be honest, it's not.
it didn't need to be on there.
Okay, so but there's an actual list that I made
Go for it.
that I think, in my opinion, I think WrestleMania should be only one night though, because of how bad WrestleMania was this year. It should only be. It should have only been a one nighter.
You could trim some stuff there.
And I literally have 7 matches that this how I believe the match card should have been. Fatu versus LA Knight to start with.
Opener.
That was a good match.
That it was. Congrats, Jacob Fatu.
Valkyria and whoever the fuck the partner was gonna be.
It was good.
Which you know why they took Bailey out now because of Becky.
Gotcha.
That makes more sense than
news there too.
Yeah, but leave that for the second match. Third match, Fatal 4-Way for the IC title. That was a good match.
And if I could give it to them, I guess.
But at least he won it.
Yeah, and he's working hard.
Dude, I was reading earlier, a lot of people are actually cheering for him because now he's proving that he could do it on his own.
And he can, yeah.
Which, props to him.
Yeah, get out of the Judgment Day. That shit's been dead.
Yeah, it's been. Since Edge left, it's been dead.
Well, whatever. That's another topic.
It was kicking. Stratton versus Flair for the 4th match.
Mm-hmm.
But check this out, right? Rhodes versus Cena for the 5th match. Uso versus Gunther for the 6th. Then the 7th match, the last match to end it, the triple threat match for the Women's World Championship match. Mm-hmm. Because of how good it was.
That it was.
Because that was the underdog match.
And I'm gonna say, like, that match was the best one.
That was the best one. And the way I have it, like literally the list is based on how good the matches were.
Gotcha.
And the Stratton Flair match, was it really that good? Not really, but you needed a filler.
Right choice, but
you needed a filler. Rhodes versus Cena. Did we really need that match and how it happened? No, if that was gonna happen, that shouldn't have been the way to end the match. I mean, the WrestleMania.
They just didn't work well with each other, man.
It didn't.
It was lackluster.
The sub main event should have been Uso versus Gunther.
I can see that.
But if they had a little bit more animosity, because dude, Uso put hands on Gunther.
Good, I missed it.
He choked him out.
Oh,
submission.
Oh, fuck yeah! Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. You need to see that match.
Okay, I'll try.
And dude, it was a good match. I thought he was gonna win by pinfall. No, it was submission.
What's submission move?
Some kind of chokehold. I can't remember.
Chokehold?
I think
sleeper.
It might have been Gunther's move. I'm not sure.
Oh shit!
And I would left the triple for the women's world title as the closer because of how it happened. That was a perfect match, and they opened with that, and it went downhill from there. And I'm like,
it really did.
Oh my god! And keep in mind, sorry for yelling. The Fatal 4-Way in the McIntyre match, they proved their worth.
They were good, but not needed.
But
oh well, McIntyre.
No, the Fatal 4-Way was needed.
Yeah, McIntyre Priest not needed.
At least not in WrestleMania. And I broke it down. The World Tag Team match that they had in night 1, or is it I can't remember, it was night 2.
1 New Day Warriors.
Yeah, that should have been a Raw match. The Cargill Naomi match, should have been at Backlash.
I can see that.
Americano and Phoenix
SmackDown
later
Raw.
on Raw, SmackDown. McIntyre and Priest, Backlash. Or Teal's Money in the Bank, where they get to use ladders
Or
and
a main event on Raw or SmackDown.
whatever. Orton match. Did they really need it?
Which one?
Orton.
Nah, it was
Like
cool to
it was
see.
cool to see Joe Henry, but they didn't. But how it happened, like cool, give him a match. He could have been a filler, whatever. It's one of those. It could have happened. It could have not happened, but it could have been a SmackDown match if Kevin Owens was good. Logan versus Styles didn't need that match, especially when everything happened.
I mean, you know why they're putting Logan on.
No, yeah, and triple threat of the Punk match could have happened in nearly any other PLE, but didn't need to close night one.
That's what I said.
No, yeah, you were right on that. But because of how they pretty much used the same finish for night one with night two, outside interference, low blow. How they used the only downside with the triple threat women's match is that they used the same finish for that one with the fatal four way.
I can see that.
Pretty much the same finish.
High flying move, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was cool.
50,
but half the card was whack as fuck. And the other half was, oh my god!
It was just something was lackluster, man, and
because there's too many matches, and too many matches that didn't make sense for WrestleMania. That's why I kept saying, or why I wrote down, literally, NXT literally outshadowed WrestleMania.
They've been doing so for 10 years now.
And they're still doing it. If you see that match, literally the event of Stand and Deliver, dude, they put the tag team to bed, the main roster to bed. They put the women's, like, it's first is the NXT, and then it's the world championship match, the women's world championship match. Then with the men's the world championship is the NXT one. Then it's the Uso Gunther, and then all the way to the bottom is the WWE one. So it put them like, damn, dog.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh my god. It is what it is. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion. Y'all have your opinion. You have your opinion. But to me, it was whack. Not so much in how they performed, because it did affect it, but on the finishes, they were lackluster. Did we really need interference for the main event of night two? No. It just pussified John Cena even more.
Did you say pussified?
Yes, I did. Because why are you going for your 17th title? And if it's your last run, at least in my sense, you would do it cleanly, even if you're a heel. You wouldn't need an outside interference, and you wouldn't need a low blow. Yeah, is Cody Rhodes resilient? Yes. You could use heel movish, which he did.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't need an outside interference.
Gotcha. I would say,
and especially when that same finish happened the night before.
Gotcha. I would say that since if he really is trying to be heel, man, like, not doing something dirty would be too.
And it's not even something dirty. He could have hit him with the belt. He could have hit him. He could have.
I get that.
He could have brought out his old chain and lock.
That would have been awesome to see.
He could have done a million other things that he was known for doing when he was an actual heel. The way somebody was breaking it down, this heel version of Cena, it's like a cosplay of his old heel character.
It's not working.
It is not working. Because nobody's believing it.
No, nobody is. Did you hear that people were booing Cody?
Because it's like people didn't want Cody to win, but then at the same time, the majority were booing John Cena too.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to watch that match.
They were saying it was going to be like Hogan and Rock in WrestleMania 18. It was not.
I knew that there were going to be some kind of interference. I just wasn't expecting that.
Travis Scott?
I was expecting something better.
Dude, let's just get right to it because I keep looking at it. This fucker right here, man.
Okay. With him, the only thing I'm mad with him, yeah, if you can't tell who he is, the only thing I'm mad with him is why involve yourself in a storyline you're not gonna be a part
At
of.
the biggest part.
At the at the I don't want to use that word at the climax of it.
If you're dirty minded, okay, but no, you can
But like,
climax, yeah.
uh,
But
but I didn't want like why involve yourself if you're not gonna be there.
supposedly he was supposed to, but then a last minute thing came out. I don't know, man.
Then
But
then
like, who
then why
knows?
then why involve yourself in wrestling? Just be a silent partner and you know pay for it, promote it. Don't be involved in any of the storylines.
Because when he does show up, then people will pay.
And
But
like
it's like when he should show up, I don't know.
and that's the thing that's pissing me off. It's like why involve yourself if you're not gonna be a part of it? Because now we have no idea why John Cena and The Rock teamed up
Still,
together still, which makes no sense.
and Travis Scott by himself just wasn't enough, man.
And Travis
It was
Scott
not.
doesn't have star power to be out there to, especially in the WWE ring.
In the ring, yeah, in the world, in the WWE
And
world,
in the world, he doesn't. He could. I'm gonna say this, and because I have to say this for my brother, Travis Scott can't even tie Wu Tang Clan's shoes in that sense. Like he may be popular, but that doesn't mean he's actually good. You know,
alrighty,
but that's my way of thinking about it.
no problem, man. Some
I
hip hop.
I grew up with the underground shit. I know Wu Tang ain't hit underground as much anymore, but they they make good music. But
They
we're
do,
not
they
gonna
do.
into it. But the point is, why him? You could have brought out a Dirty Ref. You could have brought out Triple H. Said like, you know what, we're gonna redo the corporation even for John Cena's short tenure. Anything else would have been better, but that.
It's just he's not showing up. Like my God, he's not.
Then why make the storyline?
He'll come back eventually, but like this was WrestleMania, bro. You
This
kind
this is where it mattered.
exactly.
This was the payout, not Raw. WrestleMania. And then obviously you heard Triple H said, "Oh, but you'll see on Raw where a lot of stuff will be uncovered." Like, fool. Then why do WrestleMania if you're gonna do it on Raw? So was WrestleMania Night 2 the pre-event for Raw? So is WrestleMania not WrestleMania anymore?
Mm.
It showed they showed us this year that WrestleMania ain't WrestleMania.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean, they got good artists coming out. Pinchy ass Kerry King with his shitty guitar
Hey,
tone, but
I don't know what
but
happened there.
but the thing is, they brought out good artists. They brought out good stuff, good intros. But it was not. It didn't feel like WrestleMania.
I could feel that,
I
man.
mean, I'll feel like shit for the people who paid
Oh
to
God.
go and only to see a shit show.
I can't call it a complete shit show, but
No, but I'm saying if they feel the same way.
if they feel the same way, then
I'm not saying that's why I said like the opinions differ.
yeah.
But if it was the same opinion throughout, it was a shit show in essence. Because if half your matches were good and the other half could have been on any other thing, I consider it shit. So it's like,
That's reasonable.
yeah, I don't know, man.
No, it makes sense, man. That's the biggest thing coming out of here. Like really, like The Rock didn't show up.
Everything, oh my god,
I mean, at least somebody showed up. God damn it.
I crashed into the wall.
But yeah. So yeah, that's another thing, man. They may actually be facing legal repercussions. Stone Cold accidentally ran into the barrier and knocked down one of the spectators behind it. Nick Khan
Damn.
actually Nick Khan actually came out to check on the lady and stuff. There might be a lawsuit there, or at least just a payout.
I mean, there might be something, but at the same time, like, dude, I know Stone Cold hasn't been in the wrestling world to be using. say TV like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they do need to get rid of certain props if they're gonna use that.
Yeah, there's a video. He had trouble even getting through the ramp. Like he kind of missed the ramp, then he had to reverse back and then go up and then go like
And it's not. And people say, "Oh, but he's been drinking." Like, dude, he's not really drinking anymore. At least not like how he did back in the
yeah.
days.
I mean, was he?
He wasn't drinking.
Okay. So you can't say drunk driving because
But at the same time, the WrestleMania shit, like the stuff that the layout
mhm,
that they probably didn't have in mind that we're gonna bring out Stone Cold,
maybe
because sometimes when that happens is like they forget they need a wider ramp, they
it
need a wider,
it looked pretty small compared to
you know.
some of the past. Yeah. Oh man, dude. But we're hoping that goes
So
okay. 'Cause,
so dude, so but overall, like, come on, dog.
hopefully that's they're okay. Oh, and you know what? One more person that's over here, man, Bailey.
Yeah.
Supposedly some creative differences, and that's why they wrote her out. I don't know about that, man. Now that we're kind of seeing it,
Because I know on Saturday she was still built for it,
right? And then all of a sudden she got cut.
and I think there was Mano Negra and the whole Becky thing.
Mm, I think, Becky's helping out too much with Lyra. You know, I don't know, man. I don't. Is there a word for that when you help? When you prefer somebody over someone else in the workforce or something? I don't know.
I was saying nepotism, but I don't know if that's nepotism.
I don't know. The point is, yeah, supposedly there was. I don't know if it's true, but something about the decision that was being made over that match. She didn't agree with it, so she was cut. From what I've heard, and Mercedes Money, your favorite, actually tweeted on tweeted on X something about she tagged Bailey with a cell phone, a little call me thing, and the eyes looking this way. Probably not a good time to go to TNA, but I mean AEW.
Yeah, it's never a good time to go either.
Not right
Ever.
now.
Ever.
Yeah, but
Oh, why you say my favorite person?
What?
Why you say my favorite person?
I'm joking.
I know, but la cosas, I only do it. I only say shit about her just to throw at Levante.
I know.
I haven't thrown shit at him in a while.
We'll get to that.
What would you say? What'd you piss him off with?
Okay, I guess we'll get into that then. The good of WrestleMania, the matches. Let's just start out with that triple threat for the women's world title. That shit was awesome.
That was like the best match.
Yeah. WRAZLMANIA.
Hey.
We had to spell it differently because we got to take the EST out of WrestleMania because that streak's broken.
Hey, Levante, it's him, not me. I'm not part of this shit. It's on him. Keep in mind, man, I was gonna tag you too, but I was like, nah, we're gonna keep the peace. It's Easter. Paz con todos. Este way did it. He shot his own lunch. She's like,
whatever.
I ain't part of it.
Well, first of all, Io deserved the win, man.
No, I'm not complaining. But at the same time, I want to attack Levante. I want to attack them. No, I know. He even said like, "Leave me alone."
I know. I saw that. But yeah, what else? So that I would have been okay with a Bianca win if it involved like her turning heel somehow. Or like, honestly, I thought it was gonna be like I thought Mommy was gonna take the pin, man.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, but nah, they really had Bianca take the pin. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, bro, but you were literally the only one who cared about that streak.
Shut up, fool! Next topic.
But no, that match, dude, from the small interactions they were having leading up was freaking great. Those little, like, all the moves in there and stuff were great. And also, it was just so satisfying because, god damn it, you gotta be honest, we were kind of annoyed. They kept pushing Io literally in her face out of the way.
El que sigue, wait. We're not gonna keep talking about things. We're not gonna add more fuel to the fire.
Everything was just.
It was perfect. Yeah, it was.
God damn it. I'm gonna put that could be one of the top 5 best opening matches of WrestleMania.
That should have been the main event. Yeah, or just overall.
Yeah. Well, while we're at it, main event night 1 was good.
It was good, but just I didn't like it.
We kind of saw it coming. Everybody, I guess, kind of suspected Heyman was gonna
double cross,
all that stuff. Not gonna lie, man, I got some nostalgia hits from that CM Punk video.
And it's funny though, because literally somebody posted it like days before, like never trust Heyman, and but the people only posted it was up until I think no me acuerdo con quién era, pero it was like Brock Lesnar or Punk where they started. I'm like, well, yeah, but you forgot he betrayed RVD first, and then he betrayed Big Show, and then it was Brock Lesnar and all them fools.
He's got a long list, man, of everybody. You just can't. Would you say Paul Heyman surpassed Bobby Heenan as a heel manager? Sorry.
Nah.
Not yet?
I mean, he's up there, but he's not.
He's not surpassed Bobby Heenan?
Nah, because people still like him.
Oh, okay, so...
Because Bobby Heenan, like, he drew heat.
Yes? I want to say because of the time period back when...
You could actually get mad.
People actually hated the heels because, the whole world of kayfabe still wasn't fully...
Yeah, and there wasn't as much information you could look up and stuff. So it's more.
I guess during the time period,
but like right now, he's the top heel manager, or whatever.
Yeah.
But overall, like, nah.
That's gonna be tough to say. Anybody?
I mean, probably.
Your thoughts on
yeah,
that,
go for it.
Has Paul Heyman surpassed Bobby Heenan? Comment down below.
Imagine all the 80s fools, 90s fools. They're like, hey, to the nah.
Maybe, I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, what was I gonna say? But no lie, man. Again, I've talked about it before. I didn't like the whole the real idea behind it. Almost, I guess you could say, hypocrisy with that triple threat main event. Because again, Punk was the champion 12 years ago. His WrestleMania main event as a champion got taken away by the Rock and Cena feud. Fast forward,
same thing,
but now he's on the side that he's taking the championship spot away from the actual champions. But at least the right guy won. I think Seth was the right guy.
I don't know, because I'm not saying that I don't know if he should have won or not. I don't know, because it was a good match.
It was
a good match. I didn't like the finish.
Right.
Nah, hell, not the second.
The second best match?
No.
Of WrestleMania 41?
Fuck no.
What's the second?
Probably third or fourth, but not no second.
What's second?
Second, let's see. I gotta fucking remember.
The Fatal 4-Way?
No, that was at least the third. Because the first one was a triple threat
with the woman.
The second one should have been Uso versus Gunther because of how it finished.
Mm-hmm.
It's up there, but at least that match would have been like fourth or fifth.
All right.
Because it did take long to do all that because of the whole cinematic point of view, but all the other ones were more straightforward.
All right, I get you.
It's in top 5, but not top 2.
Right. It's a top 2 for me. Yeah, varying opinions, man. But yeah, what's it called? Yeah. So right guy won because keep in mind, man. Okay, I'll be honest. As a CM Punk fan back in the day, it kind of restored my faith in him because even he said himself years afterwards, when he had to drop the title to The Rock to look at double main event again the year afterwards. Remember that?
Oh, they're watching wrestling.
Yeah. So
I heard of it, but yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. So, WrestleMania 28, Rock versus Cena. Rock wins that one. WrestleMania 29, Rock versus Cena again, with this time The Rock as champ, which is totally useless, and they took it off of Punk. And he even tried to negotiate. Can we at least make it a triple threat match? And I'm willing to take the pin. I just want a main event. Never happened for him.
Yeah.
And again, I still don't think. Again, same situation, but he didn't win the match because deep down, at least I like to think that he's man enough to look at himself and be like, Seth was right. I did go away. I'm not going to deny that. I talk shit about this company, and he has been carrying it. So sure, give him the win. So I'm sorry, as a former CM Punk fan, that kind of made me restore some of faith in him. Just personal thing, man. That's just a personal thing.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I feel like the right guy won, and yeah. All right, man. But that about does it for WrestleMania 41.
Eh.
Meh.
Eh. Had
Oh,
good matches, but eh.
oh well, y'all. But eh, there
Yeah.
was just something missing, y'all. Honestly, there was more stuff surrounding WrestleMania than
He-
WrestleMania itself.
Hell, Sabu versus Joey
I
Janela.
saw that. He's
Hell,
60 years old.
hell. -1 debuting
I saw.
as a wrestler.
He's like 12,
13.
13. Oh, still a kid, basically. Did you see that?
No grites, güey.
Oh,
Se te escucha.
sorry. But did you see that crazy TNA match?
Which one?
It's new guys that I don't know, but it's like somebody stapled, I don't know if it was the lip or the chin
Yeah.
to a freaking piece of wood, and with the chair, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing that's for another time.
Yeah.
But it's the people who are complaining about the spot with the nails on Moxie's back, whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, with the nails, it's a little bit more overboard because you could actually draw blood from it, and kids will actually do it. And with the nails, like, yes, in the same situation, yes, but their TNA is not. Was it TNA?
It was TNA with that match with the guy stapled to the
But they're not really known for doing that many matches.
Right.
They do it here and there, but they're not known for doing it. AEW is going to desperately bring a lot of matches from like hardcore like that.
Gotcha.
So there's a subtle difference, but it just depends on how you're seeing it.
I can understand that. There's another.
Plus, there's more eyes on Moxley than there is on TNA.
Gotcha.
So it's like that's why a lot of people are more mad at Moxley than TNA
I guess
because.
so.
So it's like,
whatever, man.
Give it a few years, and TNA might not even do those type of matches anymore because of relationship with WWE.
We'll see, man. Well, speaking of relationships, oh god, I do not know how to feel about this, man.
I feel, as a wrestling fan, I feel excited for it because it's opening up doors for everybody. Only thing that I'm thinking about is that a Triple H or whoever needs to clean house.
Define it.
Because of AAA, AAA is already corrupted since Roldan. With Dorian, it got even more corrupt because they let Conan run the show. And Conan, so I don't know if you noticed, when they had the press conference, whatever, con la licenciada, which I'm like, Tonya, like, stop doing facial reconstruction. Like, you look like, se parece más porcelana que humana. Pero even her hair is like, oh my god, is that fake? And she looked better like a few years ago before she did that.
I know.
And okay, well, anyways, if you notice in that press conference, there were two people that felt uncomfortable being there. Vaquer and Andrade.
Vaquer, because she was never in AAA, right?
She wasn't in AAA, but I think she was for a bit.
Really?
For a bit. But she wasn't. I think she wasn't AAA.
Was she? Okay.
Or in Consejo or something like that. But she had a boyfriend. The whole reason.
The abuse thing, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
And the thing is, right when they gave out that news, keep in mind there was already people talking shit to Triple H saying like you're a piece of shit because you did this. And I'm like, but he still hasn't decided what he's gonna do with it.
Right.
Like, yeah, AAA and NXT are gonna have a upcoming show on.
It's not just NXT. It's not just NXT either. I think it's WWE, man. Like
NXT.
Really?
NXT.
NXT and AAA?
Yeah, Worlds Collide. It's NXT.
I thought it was. Oh, okay.
Maybe WWE might come down, but it's NXT and AAA. But the point is, we don't know if he's gonna clean house yet or not. Because if they bought him, by force, they have to take out a lot of people.
Honestly, they might just take out Conan, man.
They have to take out Conan.
Because he's on I think he was defending Vaquer's attacker, right?
He was the one enabling that dude. And because Conan, and keep in mind Mexico's a whole different way than out here. They're more focused on the money. I mean, out here there are too, but yeah, they don't focus like, hey, this might actually ruin us in a few years, and like nip it in the butt. Out here, at least they nip it in the butt before it even gets worse. It's
I guess
different.
it depends.
It depends on who's running it too.
Yeah.
But what I saw there is that they have at fuerzas they have to get rid of Dorian and Conan.
You think they gotta get rid of Alberto?
Eventually, they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
But Alberto, he's doing it on his own merit, meaning like getting into all these fights. So by his own merit, he's gonna have to jump to Consejo.
Probably if they want him.
That's if they want him.
Yeah.
Pero in order to, because if that's under WWE property or whatever, they have to clean house. They can't leave it the way they bought it. And so that means they're gonna have to get rid of at least half the talent, because half of them have their own shady shit, and get rid of Dorian and Conan.
Conan for sure.
Dorian too, because he's partnered with Conan in a lot of things.
So that whole alliance they had on screen is also true outside?
Yeah.
Fuck. For those of you guys who don't know, Dorian's like an on-screen heel in Triple AAA.
And most of the stuff that he does on camera is basically his true nature. Like, he's the reason Vampiro and Latin Lover had a feud for a bit in real life, because he pitted them against each other.
Gotcha. I wouldn't mind seeing Latin Lover somewhere in WWE.
But he might be like the head of AAA, like running that. Replace Dorian and replace Conan, which I would prefer him to do that, because he has more understanding as a wrestler. To keep in mind, guys, he's a version of Triple H, because he actually cares for the wrestlers. What can I say? Pero they have to do that. If they want Vaquer and Andrade to work with them, they have to do this.
Yeah, especially Vaquer.
Because of NXT. And she's actually bringing up Chile, she's bringing up Lucha Libre to the world. Like, you have to, Chile is in South America.
Yeah, exactly.
But she has to they have to clean house. And that's a lot of people.
Indeed. He mentioned something about keeping it, keep it in Triple H's words, traditional. So letting them do what they do, which I hope you do, because, no lie, dude, I just hope it's not a fucking, like...
ECW thing?
That, I hope it's not that. I hope it's not AEW buying ROH.
No. Like, if you're gonna have... No, because a lot of people are saying, oh, they're gonna name it NXT Mexico. Like, no, like, they're not gonna take over the names.
Right. I hope they keep it like NXT and TNA.
No, that's what they're hoping to do.
I hope so too, man.
Because that's why they're partnering up with NXT. But the point is that they want to put Lucha Libre on the map, from what I understood. But at the same time, like, dude, you need a clean house.
Pretty much.
And yeah.
But I just hope they don't screw it up, man. Like you said, ECW.
And I know Triple H, not him personally, but I know his people watch all the content of wrestling that's out there.
People actually do.
And I hope they see this. Like
us?
Like, see this portion. You don't have to comment. But as long as they see this, or they see a lot of people talk about this, they need to clean out AAA. That's the whole point. If they're gonna keep AAA under WWE ownership or TKO, they need to clean it. Because if they get it the way they're gonna get it, they're gonna get so many lawsuits.
Yeah.
Like, they need to clean it a huevo.
I don't think they should be able to hear that.
But we can.
Yeah, there's a vendor outside, y'all.
You don't have to explain it.
I'll just say vendor. But again, I don't think these guys are gonna pick it up.
Anyways, they do. Anyways, that's what they need to do in order to save AAA for Mexico, in order to save NXT for us, in order to save TNA from themselves because apparently they got a lot of shit going on
And to
there.
save their own ass too.
Like you need a clean house. Straight simple. And if you're gonna get Puerto Rico too, which I heard they're after too, cool. But clean house first, and then go for Puerto Rico.
There you go. Have Carlito help out with that.
Yeah, I mean his dad was like
Yeah, that's true.
part owner of it, no?
He is lineage to freaking like big Puerto Rican. What's it called? I guess lineage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, man, I just hope. Again, I still have my doubts. Again, I just don't want it to be WWE, ECW, or
I don't think it's gonna be that.
AEW owned ROH. God damn it.
No, no, but with AEW where they messed up with that is that they bought another company way too early,
way too early,
and they shouldn't have. I'm saying they should have waited at least a decade or two.
Or just leave ROH as it is.
No, but ROH they were desperate to sell it.
I guess. I mean,
and CM Punk was in the waiting list for that.
Gotcha. And sorry, I mean, wasn't Triple A also financially just not doing so well either?
Yeah, since like 2019.
Damn. So this was probably their best choice was to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But first it was they wanted to buy AAA, but then AAA wasn't the talk with AEW. That's when they out there to work together that during that time period, and then WWE went to CMLL, but CMLL wanted what WWE was offering and more, and they're like, nah, we can't do that. And then that's where they went back to AAA.
Yeah.
The point was Triple H was thinking of expanding not the territory, but expanding wrestling as literally as worldwide.
I getcha. Yeah. But you know what? There is one thing I will say. I guess it's choice of words and how you're gonna take it. Okay, yeah, please keep AAA as it can. Just be like TNA, NXT. Send some talent there, send some talent over here.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
I hope so. Please do not change it to NXT Mexico. None of that shit, please. But he also did mention like we hope to keep things traditional. AAA.
Yeah, meaning they're not gonna try to influence it.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing though. AAA has already influenced by WWE
That's
from years prior.
Say. So AAA isn't tradition. They have some instances, but they're not traditional. They're actually the ones who are more westernized than CMLL.
Because because AAA has cage matches, they have ladder matches, they have.
They broke off from CMLL to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But when I think they mean traditional, is meaning like getting rid of the 6-sided ring, which I don't know if they did take away or not.
I think they still have the 6-sided ring,
but for certain events.
For certain events, cool, but I don't know, man. The 6-sided ring is what made TNA stand out, and then they.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not gonna get rid of it.
I hope so.
That's what I'm saying, asshole. But the way you made it seem like
I thought that's what you were saying. That
no, I said they might not. That's okay. Because that's part of their image. The 6-sided ring, El Domo de la Muerte, where you actually have to. It's like everybody against everybody, but yet whoever's ever in loses the match. Which that was a badass match. But like, there's a lot of matches that they should keep original, and if they want to add like their own version of the Royal Rumble per se, or even send people to the Royal Rumble, that'd be perfect. I think that's what they're trying to do, just to diversify the pool. Yeah. But at the same time, like, please don't mess with AAA, man, because that's what they take away from you guys.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah. But again, like I wanted to say, like again, he's a traditional. AAA is actually more Western, what you guys would expect, storylines, those types of matches.
But they don't really do promos like the way we do.
That's a little different, yeah.
Because they do video packages, but not promos like that.
True. And they don't give a shit about copyrighted music.
Oh, they don't.
Oh, that's another thing. Some of those wrestlers, man, with
the music. No, it wouldn't affect it.
Oh, because it would still be in Mexico.
Yeah, they're not doing unless they come over here. Then exactly. Yeah, which is kind of stupid because in the Hall of Fame they had Metallica playing. They had
well, I'm pretty sure they paid for that. But
yeah, but not like in Mexico. They played a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if Supernetico wants to come in like so often, they're gonna have to pay Metallica every time because he can destroy him, you know?
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be if that's the case. I don't think they're gonna use that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that.
But it doesn't affect them directly because they're in Mexico.
Yeah, they're gonna do things
unless they're just like, you know what, you guys need your own music to save money. But it's Mexican law, which doesn't affect the whole copyright. Because I know a lot of comedians that use Metallica.
We will see, man. We will see.
All right.
But yeah, CMLL. I just want to say that if you guys are interested in like straight to the point, like traditional lucha, just watch CMLL.
Consejo, descansa en paz.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because they're teaming up with AEW.
Descansa en paz. I mean, they're not gonna. Probably not for long.
Descansa en paz.
Yeah, we'll see. Last thing, man. Any future matches that you want to see, like Triple A luchadores?
Not right now, because I don't know half of them right now.
Well, anybody you want to see with Vikingo?
I mean, if he's not injured, we're probably Axiom.
That'd be cool.
With Frazier.
Honestly, I know once that gimmick's done, awesome. But honestly, dude, Gable.
Nah.
I mean, he can work lucha style.
Yeah, nah.
All right.
Because then we're gonna have the whole America versus Mexico all over again.
All right.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no.
And we had that in WrestleMania, and that shit was whack. Tozawa, you could actually become a proper cruiserweight again.
Yeah, no, like those before the comedic act, like Tozawa was sick.
Cool. Have the New Day versus somebody from Mexico.
Chad Vikingo versus Gunther?
No.
I don't know, man. High flying versus hard hitting?
No, that's not. No. Yeah, that is not a good matchup. Because size wise and heart.
I mean, Ospreay versus Gunther was good back when they did in the Indies.
Yeah, but that's Indies. You could get away with more stuff in the Indies than you can on WWE. Yeah. Because the way you're saying it is more like Mysterio versus Big Show. I already seen this so many fucking times. Or Mark Henry versus Mysterio. Brock Lesnar versus Mysterio. Come on, man. Yeah. Give me something different.
All right. We'll see, man. But it's gonna be an interesting year to see where it goes, man. Yeah, so we just gotta wait and see. Yeah. Seriously, man, what the fuck? But whatever.
Anyways.
Whatever. But yeah, man, that about does it. Woof! There was a lot of shit to cover. But yeah, let us know what you guys thought about WrestleMania 41. Triple A now being part of WWE. What do you hope to see? You want to learn anything about Lucha Libre? Like, they're available. Pluto TV has a non-stop live stream.
And if you have a VPN, you can watch it from YouTube on everything.
CMLL's on YouTube for free. Yeah.
It might be a week late, but...
Yeah. I will leave with this. WWE, don't fuck up Las Tóxicas. Please.
They're not even together anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, Yedra's on her own.
Really? I still see them. Really?
Yeah, fool.
What the fuck? When that happened?
It's been a while, dog.
I'll have to look that
up. Like those, like Yedra, she's sometimes on her own. Like, yeah, she comes up with them in certain events, but they're not really together.
But they still team up?
Here and there. Okay. But it's not like they're an official tag team anymore.
Okay, well, at least don't fuck up those three. If you decide to, whatever.
Just bring like Yedra over here and just, you know.
It depends.
Bring him for NXT.
It depends.
Why?
That's another discussion.
Why? Dilo cabrón.
Don't make her cover up the match because let's be honest, that sells.
What is she covering up? What she ain't covering up already? Look at NXT. They're not covering up shit.
I know.
What are you talking about? Her covering up?
Because she shows just a little bit more than the girls at NXT, man.
No, she doesn't.
You sure?
Yes, dude. I don't know what website you've been going to, but her wrestling gear is normal wrestling gear. I don't know what website you're going to.
Or maybe I'm just watching those matches from different angles, man. I don't know. But,
from the blue page, probably.
Thank you.
The black and gold. I know you are.
Fuck you.
Research.
Right, yeah. Okay. But, whatever, man.
Cabrón.
Whatever. Anyways. Yeah. I'm gonna have to
Let's end it here.
I thought they
Let's end it here.
I thought they were still together. Alright. We'll see you guys in questions. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. See you in the next episode. Peace out.